they got, yeah, I can't believe they got Nagasiren and Pango. I think overall this draft, like if these were reversed, or maybe there's been some discussions on the team of just like, how's everyone feeling about their heroes? Like, are we having hero issues? What heroes would you like to play? What heroes do you think are good right now? And this, yeah, you're actually right. This is literally like, when I think of these players, these are pretty much the heroes except for maybe Pure. You know, he gets a little wilder with some of his crazier picks, but obviously he's an extremely good Morphling as well. So
I mean, when I think of Pure, I think of Sniper and then Morphling, honestly. Yeah. Those are the big ones for me. I'm not sure about Nightfall though. It's like Brood is a patch hero, or like a hero of the past year and a half. But when I think of Nightfall, I think of like Dawnbreaker. That's the first one that comes to my mind. That might just be.
That's true.
That might just be back when he was playing carry, right? On a couple of TIs ago.
To battle.
A Radiant Stormbreaker.
Now just a dirty offlane Brood picker.
Yeah.
The things we must do to adapt.
Brood Pugna lane as well is like the most toxic thing you could imagine.
I remember in one of his interviews, I think a couple times he's answered this, where they're like, why'd you play offlane? He's like, there weren't any good offlane players. He's just like, I'll do it. Like,
so they have two of those players then. They've got TORONTOTOKYO, who's like, there's no good fives. Like, there's no good threes. So they have a mid laner as a five. They have a carry as an offlaner.
We got egos. They're just like, I'm so good at Dota. I'll just, whatever role it is, I'll just be the best. Which, I mean, Nightfall kind of is so good. He's right.
You see mid lane?
No.
Naga sent it and body blocked the storm, so he couldn't body block his wave. So now look at the wave in mid. It's on Squadix side of the river. That's really cool. I don't think I've seen that before.
No, will that shift these EGB odds for you? Yes. As they're heavily favoring BetBoom. do we take a couple points off VP because of that? It's like, oh, they're actually pretty solid, guys.
It's a 3.168 just because the Naga body blocks in the mid lane. Oh, that's pretty cool. And it didn't mess up the bounty wins or anything, right? 2 for 2 at the start. So evenly traded there. And is currently looking at that top lane. Beastmaster, he can have a bit of a tough time when he's being run at by the enemy carry. Then you've got sayuw dragging waves around. TORONTOTOKYO won't be able to gather things up and connect them. Mirana also going to snipe out a creep on her way through that top jungle.
That is one thing. I do think Clockwork's one of the best fives in most situations, but versus Mirana, you just like do nothing in lane. Like, what are the odds you're able to kill a Mirana? Pretty much zero. And like, even trying to keep her away from your carry at times, like if she has any leaps, trying to like cog push her or like protect your carry that way is so difficult. TORONTOTOKYO is doing the funniest pull right now. He's eating so many right clicks.
Just the Beastmaster of all heroes. Notice probably wishing he had balls or something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, storming against Pango. GPK is hammering this in the first couple of levels. Wow.
This was a ban that was happening in the first phase, right? And like a lot of our games for various regions and teams, we have seen Storm prioritized pretty heavily. And GPK is certainly someone who can fall into that category.
Man, just watching Squadix miss a couple of last hits under tower when he's already so far behind feels real rough. That's what, 2 minutes 30? He's going to get his bottle delivered in the mid lane. While GPK already has his, plus some money saved up. And this could be a good one for the GPK Storm, especially when he's moving into these side lanes where Morphling's having a great time. Broodmother, not so fun though. Looks like Kiritych and FNG able to hold their own against the Brood and Pugna. Even playing aggressively now onto save. Send a couple of illusions forward, spamming decay. I guess now BetBoom both have wands. It should be okay.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this exact lane picked like in response to first pick Brood, where the teams have just gone Undying Nagasiren. Like they're so confident in it that they'll do it immediately at the start of the draft. So
yeah, it
kind of makes sense when you're watching this. The Pugna is interesting though, because he is helping to clear up some of these illusions a little bit, which a lot of supports would struggle with. But the mana pool is getting a little bit low.
FNG, please spam some more. I need stick charges.
Yeah.
So top lane, Pure lost his courier to another Mirana lane dragging nonsense move. Just keep manipulating those waves. That's not a comfortable one for BetBoom, but they're still getting good farm on the Morphling. Looks like sayuw Shags. Yeah, give it to the Beastmaster. Drag it over there. Try and get him to helm that a little bit faster. Brood and Pango both on the catch-up game. This is one of those interesting things, like you said, Pugna, 9 last hits because of illusion kills, and Mirana's been sniping out some neutral creeps on her migration through the jungle.
Farmed here. Yeah, I never realized how terrible the scaling is on Riptide, actually. Like, the fact that it goes from 40 damage to 45 damage. I mean, the armor's cool, obviously, but, like, it's not like it's, like, stacking up when it's... Oh, Kiritych? Oh, geez, he's doing a long time with that.
Is he just dead?
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom.
Yeah, he got hard ditched under the tower by FNG, and the Pugna tilted this in a way that I don't think they were anticipating, or at least FNG wasn't. Or, I mean, more realistically, SquadX was getting so hard owned mid, he said, like, I can't let this guy get a water rune.
Yeah, that's probably it, right? The Pango's making the call, like, something needs to change mid, or else this is lights out for us.
Yeah, but he still got a water rune and SquadX still didn't. Like, FNG had to take the water rune anyway. So I don't think his rotation was very fruitful to the mid lane, and it just sacked Kiritych for a death.
He's getting blasted by the Pugna, and 2 points in Insatiable Hunger means Nightfall actually able to trade hits with the Naga quite successfully.
Man, it's actually so bad that it was first blood too, because it's gonna give the arcane boots so much faster than any other. Like,
yeah,
even obviously killing the carry's good, but like, that's really bad.
GPK is trying to kill SquadX. He's so close. TP comes in from Mirana, and Pango survives. Mirana's gonna leap in, but miss the arrow. Sidestep by GPK, who might go for this kill now. Pango thinking about moving forward when he's got mana for Swash in a couple of seconds.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man, SquadX.
Oh, this is scary.
He's going for it now.
Wait, save fire.
What, another arrow?
Yeah, I don't know. He's 5 mana away. He's going to go for the YOLO arrow here.
Go on.
On a wing and a prayer.
He's going to hit the catapult. The big fat catapult's in the way.
Yeah, that's fine, actually. Just nuke catapult. That's all right. That's actually value, because Pango had to go home. Yeah, once SquadX leaves, that's really all you're sitting there for at that point.
But now Mirana's left that top lane. Even all her hard work hasn't given notice the best of times. Look at him, 11 CS, 12 on the Mirana, 11 on the Pugna. Beastmaster very sad, while top 3 last hitters are all BetBoom heroes with like 10 plus denies each.
Yeah, these lanes are getting absolutely bodied. And remember how Nightfall was having a pretty bad time at first, until they rotated out that Undying. And then it just went all his direction. And like, look at the save, man. Like, he's warding behind the tower now. Dude, Kiritych is in so much trouble right now. He didn't get raindrops or anything either. I mean, not that it feels great versus Pugna, I get it. But he is just gonna get absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, and they have double arcane boots on this bot lane. Not just the one set. Infinite mana for BetBoom down there. And it looks like GPK is gonna scout out the enemy ancients, just see what's happening, any stacks or anything. They have built things up quite decently for the Beastmaster and the ancient camp, and I'm assuming Naga or Pango is gonna try clear out the large camp because they need it.
Yeah, and this is your typical Beastmaster strat right now in the year 2023. You go axes, you stack the camp with boar and wild axes in the lane. So then you go helm, you go arcane boots. I mean, typically you see the arcane boots first, and then like farm back into the helm, right?
Yeah, Light of Heaven's back. Oh, Kiritych, he's in a lot of trouble. And the danger just comes straight towards him, tries to juke with the illusions. They'll see the real one. Now they blast them down and now focus the tombstone for a bit of free money for Nightfall. Denied by FNG. This is a disaster though. It's only 2 kills, but a 2k lead 7.5 minutes in really is an indication of the things to come. You know, when Storm's had a free time and we know how good of a Storm gamer is, Pango is very far behind and hasn't been able to find a moment to use Rolling Thunder yet, which is often something that we really require from this Pango, is that first Rolling Thunder in the mid lane to get a solo kill, or to kind of move up to top and play with your off laner on pos for. But there's no good places to be.
No, these heroes are all so hard to deal with. Oh, here we go. TORONTOTOKYO's gonna feed one away here if he wants to. Oh, they can't even do it.
Yeah, level 3 clockwork, no cares. And they come
even
in,
save TP'd.
refill the bottle, come in. Oh, you want to fight, do you? We'll bring some heroes here. And FNG getting dived down bottom. That lane ward Sees the Undying leaving. Noticed, yeah, he's farming large camp. Looks like FNG is going to TP out that bottom lane and not die.
Is under attack.
But even the Naga's being scouted. These two Dire Observer wards see everything VP are doing. And GPK's there, straight onto Kiritych. Pango tries with a swash and a roll, but a ball lightning over the top. Dodges the Rolling Thunder, does still get clipped by the arrow and a bit of damage from Squadix, so the turnaround plays there. GPK trades his life for the Naga, and that's honestly worth it. Mega value for VP.
Yeah, I would agree. It's they really needed some gold back going to Squadix's way. Naga, she'll recover. She'll still be able to farm at some point. It'll be okay. This Pango needs stuff now. TORONTOTOKYO is down here messing around, seeing these agents are being stacked and everything. Does he have any sentries left? He does. Might try and go for a sneaky block, but for now he's just saying stay back.
Yeah, don't build up stacks. Let my Morphling hit your tower.
Sorry. Roar, but
yeah, good luck with that. 10 stick charges on his clockwork. Oh, they're gonna kill him. Yeah.
Oh man, that was close.
If he gets off his stick charges there, he's away from it.
I think so. Well, I guess she had earn. Oh wait, but she wouldn't have had charges. So yeah, probably.
And then mid lane, we drop the tomb. Still trying to defend Squadix up against this GPK Storm.
The prize is mine.
It's just difficult times for VP, but they've got tools to use later on. In 5 minutes, 10 minutes, when they get a couple of items, get a couple more levels, they are able to team fight decently with the combos we mentioned in the draft. Song Arrow, Raw Arrow, and Rolling Thunder can be that team fight deciding ability. For FNG, just trying to hold out in the mid lane, get surrounded by 4 BetBoom heroes. We've got the nice Broodmother cut across the map as well.
When you pick Undying and still lose your lane.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That feels bad, huh?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, with the bottom tower already being dead, this Nightfall Brood. I mean, the game hasn't even started for her. It's 10 minutes in. This is Brood prime time now. We haven't even seen her reach full potential.
No, and there's also a Morphling in this game.
Yeah.
In case you guys were wondering, it's currently 76, last hits 25 denies, 0 contest in lane. And Pure, he could probably buy any item this game, and I think he'll have a pretty good time.
Do whatever he wants to. What's he rushing Manta?
Should be rushing Revenant's Brooch, just a nice small 6,200 gold item. I think is the way to go. Yeah.
You're in deep now.
So just to experiment a little bit, see what happens.
I mean, he should be going Meteor Hammer. Let's be real.
All right, that would be very fitting. Yeah.
Turn into Naga and snare into Hammer. Easy combo.
Okay, why haven't I thought about that? The offlane Morphling could be back, guys. We could do Strength Morphling, Strength build, Meteor Hammer. So we go Treads, Meteor Hammer, Adaptive Striking people. We're a big fat. Oh my god, this is scary. This is good.
Well, do you need the? See, I'm thinking back to, it was like Ice was doing it 4 years ago. The Tranquil Soul Ring Yule Scepter build was what it was back in the day. So you had permanent regen of mana and HP. Just stay on the map, continually stunning people with Strength Adaptive Strike. But
yeah, that's true.
I guess you probably with Meteor Hammer, that's a mobile fountain already. You don't need the Tranquil Soul Ring probably.
So we just go Meteor Hammer.
So you just rush Meteor Hammer. Forget Treads, forget Boots.
Yeah, this is good. We're just big fat Morphling who just Meteor Hammers people at a stun.
That'd be sick.
So it has to be maxed though, because it's, well, I mean, it is 2.5. So, as long as they don't have any mobility, you'll get the stun into it or any BKB or rage or whatever. But at 3 seconds at max adaptive strike, we're guaranteed. We're hitting the hammer every time.
Yeah, for sure.
This is pretty good, guys. I think someone queue up now.
Oh my god.
And let us know how it goes.
Noticed he tried to roar the Morphling and just gets outmaneuvered. He saves his own Wild Wing though. Hurricane's evolving out there, while Save does die to Squadix in the bottom jungle.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All right, all hope's not quite lost. Not yet. I mean, Squadix is recovering quite well, I have to say. Like, let us just consider how terrible his game was looking. But having picked up 2 kills now, he is top of his own team. We'll see if he can actually provide enough space for this Broodmother. And a Brood who, 3 points in Riptide now. Yeah. So just a couple little spinny spins, and the spiders go away, just like Squadix there with a swashbuckle.
Very nice.
Spiders.
Kills all the Spideys. And I guess that's a good point you bring up. You know, he has recovered, but it's taken quite a lot of resources from VP. They've neglected their Naga. They've given this Beastmaster a pretty torrid time up top, but they're all in recovery mode looking for that mid game where they can actually team fight around the combos they've got. It's just a question of, you know, has it affected team morale? Is Kiritych okay being left alone to his own devices? But probably yes on a Naga Siren.
At this point, yeah. This is like, Pugna has definitely, you know, moved out of that stage where Pugna feels a little bit like Undying, of just like smashing the lane with just like hitting your face against the keyboard sort of deal. But man, those nukes. If Nightfall's still there, it is a little bit difficult to deal with these spiders, the constant nuke spam, because Kiritych is still relatively weak right now with just Yasha treads.
Yeah, has no lifesteal, no HP regeneration or anything like that. So yeah, gets hit by a couple of spells, can't lane anymore. Curious to see where does VP want to fight, because both side lanes seem like uninhabitable for anybody on this VP side. Is it just defend mid tower with everything you've got right now?
Yes. Yeah. I'm actually shocked they still have this mid tower. I'm not sure how they still have this mid tower. I feel like
he's died several times. Oh, he's only dead once. He's just standing in the mid lane.
I feel like they should have been able to take this though. Like, considering where Nightfall was at and they have a 4 Pugna, it seems crazy that they haven't taken this tower yet. If somehow BetBoom loses this game, I feel like this has to be part of the reason why.
Can they catch GPK? Hurricane.
That was a sick setup though, but there was no damage left in case he roared.
Yeah. They all moved up top towards the Arcane Rune. And GPK zips straight onto FNG. Doesn't quite finish him. Yeah, Squadix just pumps the Rolling Thunder and the rocket flares off the mark. I was only level 1, so probably wouldn't have killed FNG anyway.
All right, so the fact that you do that, you take away the Arcane Rune from Storm Spirit, which is massive, because like that's just free kills. Like when you're winning a game of Storm and you get these runes, it's easy GGs. But stealing the runes away from Storm is a great way to try and slow down his progress. They are just going to link up with Pure right now, though, and try and grab a couple of freebies. Squadix is ready for this, though. They have a good idea. I think they saw the smoke.
Yeah, he's got Diffuser Blade. He's ready to go, but the Mirana jumped on, killed off immediately. Now Squadix has to roll up. Tried to catch the Morphling, but the hook shot noticed, trapped inside the cogs and taken down. Save. Does die in the end to a swash and Diffuser Blade, but now FNG brought down by GPK Storm. That final zip in and a 3-for-1 trade, not going the way VP would have liked.
To the gills.
And that's a fight without your Nightfall Brood, who has just finished Greaves. 14-minute Greaves Soul Ring Wand on this Brood.
Yeah. That's an issue. Oh, they're all so firm. Yeah.
I was looking at his net worth board, like, okay, Squadix, he's close. Close 4th place, but then you've got top 3, and Morphling is top of the top.
He's Mantley's gun right now, too.
Miracles. GPK gets stunned and disarmed. Still wants to play with Squadix's Pango. Good placement of the Tombstone. They've got Morphling to waveform aggressively. The maneuverability from Pure here as he swashes in as well. Kill off FNG and his Tomb. The house is brought down. And it feels like BetBoom, they had their coffee this morning. They're all playing very together. Every time a move happens, like you mentioned the save TP 7-8 minutes in, it seems like if a hero from VP shows, they know that VP want to fight as 5. So BetBoom bring 5 heroes.
And now you're seeing this combo as well of Save, what he's doing, right? With the Pugna, he's just like killing all his life to put GPK back up to full HP and mana. Downside, he has Arcanes and no
no Tranquils.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Kiritych trying to juke with the illusions again, but the Naga Siren has the song. Oh, from the adaptive. Oh man, he lands it.
Oh, that was actually so cool.
He's invulnerable while waveforming, so he doesn't get slept, right?
Yeah, that's actually nasty. I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, I guess I've seen it before, like with like E-Blades in the late game and stuff, but that looked really cool for how early this game is.
Ooh. I think it's what we used to see like Disruptor and Mirana picked against Naga Siren, right? Because you have spells that outrange the song. Apparently with waveform, yeah, Pure just does that himself. Really well done. And he's going to be closing into that magic point. Oh, Pango. Pushed back by the cogs and dead. How did they see it? They saw him, tracked him back, going onto his side of the river.
No breathing room here for VP.
Nope. Yeah, Morphling's going to hit that magic point of like 14,000 net worth at 20 minutes. And he's going to be massive. It's like when the game's unlosable.
Save is also, he's fixed his problem. He's got his tranquils, so fill him back up. Come on over to the gas station. And I mean, I don't even think this is like the main reason they picked Pugna. I do think Save, I think the reason they pick it is that it is strong in lane. Save likes playing it, and I think that it is very versatile, like because it has the ability to push towers and stuff. I think the idea of just like, you're not always gonna have a lineup that really takes such advantage of the life drain filling up your mana bar like this, but it is really cool that you can bring out heroes like Storm Spirit, and it's kind of cheesy, you know?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to think how many magic nukers do we have that are popular in the meta right now? Because Decrep seems so valuable when the majority of damage picked up is physical.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower
Rest in
is
peace,
under
Lena.
attack.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, she was pretty physical too, but it was a little bit scary all those games as a Pugna.
Yeah, and if you ban out Lesh, which I think they did this
Dire's
game as
bottom
well,
tower
same
is
kind
under attack.
of story. And we're very reliant on little bits of magic damage, mainly control spells, a little poke and prod, but it's all about the right clicks in this game for BetBoom. Straight into Roche they go.
Is under attack. Dire's bottom tower
GPK
is under
Storm, we're going to have an Aegis, allow him to play even more freely. VP going for that tier 1 mid, just trying to bring it down before
Dire's
BetBoom
middle
can
tower is under attack.
maneuver themselves back and defend it. And a hook shot off the mark, trying to catch the dragon. 150
Dire's
HP
bottom tower
remains.
is under attack.
VP
Radiant's top tower is
repurposing
under
themselves, maybe wanting to kill off Nightfall here. Roar into Arrow, it's going to connect, so good damage to kill off the Brood.
attack. Radiant's
pretty huge kill
structures
there.
are fortified.
A lot of gold for
Radiant's
VP, and
top
this should
tower is
allow them
under
to close
attack.
out on that objective they've been eyeing up
Dire's
for
middle
quite some
tower
time.
is under attack. Dire's middle tower
right.
has fallen.
But
It
what's the-
feels like the lead probably should have been a little bit larger for BetBoom. I mean, obviously they're still winning this
Dire's
game, and they feel
bottom
great
tower is
about
under
the situation. But I would say that from what I expect from this team, I would have thought they'd have like, you know, another like 8K up right now after this Aegis.
Dire's bottom tower.
I think
is under
VIRTUS.PRO are doing a
attack.
pretty solid job of trying to like keep themselves in this game, because things were spiraling very, very quickly across all 3 lanes. And again, like the slowness of which they pushed the tier 1 tower mid. And then like the fact they went Roche after, like I feel like they probably could have Roche a little bit sooner too. Like I feel like Bev was just playing like a little bit slow, but I don't know if it's slow like, or if it's just safe. Is it just like incredibly safe the way they think they're playing this?
Yeah, I think we touched on this last time we were casting BetBoom as well, where it feels like, I mean, they were doing their big push strat with that lone druid nonsense, right? And they were controlling like 70 or 80% of the map, but they weren't like contesting the other 20%. Like sometimes we see from teams, you know, they kind of swarm like 50 or 60%, and that's ours for sure. And then they poke into the other 50% contesting it. BetBoom really like to safeguard the larger slice of the pie and just let their opponents have the smaller slice instead of trying to fight over it. A guaranteed farm.
Dire's top
Make
tower
sure
is under
you're going to be
attack.
bigger than your opponents. But yeah, with a Naga and a Pango doing decently now. Kiritych is catching up, even with 4 deaths to his name. Still has Manta and the majority of the heart now completed, so it does become a little trickier to kill.
Sage will finally finish this Spirit Vessel, I guess. I mean, his courier's been sitting in the cliffside here, holding the recipe for a very
Radiant's
long
middle
time.
tower is under attack.
I don't know how much value it's going to have at this point that it's finally coming out, though.
So this is the second Spirit Vessel we've seen in a couple of days, right? We had one against a Huskar, and now one against a Morphling. Still feels like a lot of investment into an item, which is kind of risky when you've got so many dispels. So it's
Radiant's middle
Kiritych,
tower has
forced
fallen.
of song again. Keep the Morphling and the Storm Spirit away from our base.
Over here now.
Dire's
GPK,
top tower is
making
under
sure he doesn't get
attack.
arrowed or anything like that.
All right, but now there's no song. Do you just YOLO dive with his Aegis? Like, if there's 2 minutes left on Aegis, there's going to be almost 2 minutes of no song. I feel like they reset the lanes, build a big spider army, and GVK just like dives in with the next hook shot, maybe.
Yeah, 'cause Morphling's in Naga mode. I mean, Pure's probably saying, hey, I've got mirror image. Let me farm. let me use these illusions to hit some creeps. Man, he's got a butterfly on Morphling.
Yeah.
What?
He's farmed.
This is the difficulty now. It feels like Save is the only killable hero. Like VP have to go on the Pugna.
Well, if you'd like to believe for 8x value, that's currently what you can get right now on VIRTUS.PRO here from EGP. It's about that rough.
Yeah.
Okay, what is going on? Dota Plus. Dota Plus thinks it's a 37% chance. They think VP have a 1 in 3 chance of winning this game. That's crazy.
Radiant are scanning.
Dota Plus, I don't know, bud.
1 in 3.
That's wild. That's like the highest discrepancy I think I've ever seen from what my gut would say. Maybe we're just like too factored into the players compared to the heroes, but like
I don't know. Like, what's it thinking about? Like Naga's gonna keep split pushing?
I think Naga. Yeah.
Sayush. This is the trouble. You try and split push, you're against a Clock, a Storm, a Morphling, a Brood. All these heroes have some kind of maneuverability to catch you across the map. I'll see if Kiritych can carry this one. 0, 4, and 1. Hasn't really had that much impact outside of dealing with creeps. Definitely can be a hero that pops out with a Heart Manta, becomes unkillable, buys a Scythe, then you can kill off the Storm Spirit.
That is surprising, actually, that, again, like, being able to get up this high on Kiritych, while still, like, I'm impressed by Kiritych. I'm also impressed by Noticed and Squatters. I really don't know where they're getting gold.
Invisibility.
Considering, like, this map should feel so much worse.
It's like they died a bunch in the first 10 minutes. They used up their quota, and now they haven't died in a while. So all the gold is just accumulating interest, building up bank. I also really like the fact Pango's going for this Ags build as well. So he's scaling alongside the Naga Siren. Something that Pango can often suffer with is kind of hitting that brick wall of going utility. They're going Diffusal, Ags, Basher, and of course that Shield Crash TD talent, which he now does have at level 15. Makes him kind of nasty in team fights. You land a lucky bash onto Storm or Morphling. You can kill off Spidlings easily now with Shield Crash as well. Still only a 6k lead for BetBoom. So this Aegis didn't really get them that much.
Dota Plus is the greatest creation in history. It says 50-50.
I'm serious.
Dota Plus is so it's too smart. I don't know. Is it right? Is that possible? 8x odds into immediate 50-50? 46% VP. It's going up. VIRTUS.PRO is going up right now. Whoa. Guys, if you believe in Dota Plus, I don't want to tell you how to make money, but if you believe in Dota Plus, this is the best chance you're ever gonna get.
And Dota Plus is the probability of the team winning the game, right? Not the probability of like them winning the next team fight or something.
Yeah, no, it is the game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's like, oh, Naga bought hard.
My good friend Kevin Malone says, if someone gives you 10,001 odds on anything, you take it.
You do.
Yeah, I know. If VIRTUS.PRO wins this game, I'll be a very rich man.
Was that when Michael was going to jump off the top of the building for the?
Of course it was.
The security, the OSHA, health and safety, whatever. Yeah. That's a good episode. I don't know.
I'm still choosing to believe in the BetBoom. I feel like the BKB comes up from Pure, they walk high ground, but you know, maybe if that fight goes poorly.
I feel like if Naga dies, that 50-50 is going to turn to like a 90-10, you know? It's only because Naga is alive on the map with Heart Manta, and then Dota Plus sees her die once, it's like, oh, that Heart didn't make her tanky, actually.
Is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, BetBoom just relinquishing control over the Radiant Ancients, not really pushing things too far. 2 lane wards for them. Can't really see where VP are coming from as they moonlight shadow across the map. Who's up here? TORONTOTOKYO playing under his observer ward.
This BKB for Dota, this could be it.
They see them coming, and there's the hook shot in, trying to block off the staircase. Notice, brought low, killed off before he can get a single spell to write him off. GPK balling off to the right-hand side while the Broodmother stuck on the high ground. And the song required from Kiritych. Disengaged, TP away, knows there's no more hook shot in play, no more catch to find him. So they lose the Beastmaster, and they run.
Well, that was the worst possible thing that could happen to them, losing their Beastmaster without BKB being popped. Like at first, it's like, oh, good, they went on Beastmaster. This is what we want to happen. But the nuke was just too powerful. They're just able to stack up way too much damage too fast. Was he? Yeah, Storm was still DD. I think without the DD, then then he lives. I'm pretty sure. Or at least he gets BKB into potential saving from like a Pango play or something.
And then they roar into arrow. It's like everything is relying on that roar. They need to roar, they need to arrow, and they're rolling thunder. The 3 R's of VP's strategy.
Couple connection issues, unfortunately, here today for BetBoom.
We'll be back in. Save just hitting a Sato camp. Not doing anything majorly important. Yeah, next team fight, you're going to add in some really big elements from BetBoom. BKB Morphling you mentioned already. You're going to have a full staff on save, so the ability to get people away from their own cogs, away from the Rolling Thunder. Even going to have a Wraith Pact. It's already completed on the Broodmother. What's she going next? Is that on disc?
Yeah, it was running around that last fight too. Oh, we got our damage done stats here on the right-hand side. As you can see, look at that Pugna damage. Look at that support player up there. Just chilling. A lot of that probably lane damage, obviously, as we saw the awful time Kiritych had.
I like what I see.
So that's pretty hype.
And that's just hero damage, right?
I believe so, yes.
So it's not counting like spiders he's hit with blast and stuff like that.
No, it would be way higher for Naga. It was all damage or whatever.
1 minute 17 for next Roche. Well, that's something VP are very good at fighting around with the kit they've got. They've got the potential to steal Aegis, give BetBoom a few problems. Because looking at BetBoom's lineup, they don't have that kind of hero who wants to just high ground. They need to win a fight before they go up and kill tier 3.
Hey, look at this. Look at the runes at the top of the screen. And we're getting all the stats here. So you had 2 runes, 2 power runes used by Murata, by Undying, and by Pango. And it's like, oh, why are the Murata and the Undying taking the power runes? That's why. When you see the Storm with 7 power runes used, because like they're just trying to grab these things, just get them out of the hands of GPK.
Well, look at that DD rune animation on the Storm. That's pretty slick. It's all shiny blue lightning flying across him.
That's his whole jam.
Yeah. And we're back into game. If you're just joining us, BetBoom pretty dominant through the laning stage, having a few hiccups here and there against this VP team fight lineup, but it's going to come down to that next Roche to really determine where this game's heading. Just a little push for, oh, they try to jump GPK, but the arrow doesn't land. Could have been great from sayuw.
Oh, hey, Save just did the thing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He drained the nether ward. I saw him do it. For a millisecond. I don't know. I think he was just making sure it worked. I think he was testing.
Just gonna test out my old nether ward, yeah. Top up GPK.
Like, is that ever useful? I don't know. Because it feels like using it on your allies is so much more valuable than this like multi-enemy thing. Especially if it's only like 75%, so it's not even some like crazy broken thing.
Yeah, it's like I'm the only hero alive. I'm gonna life drain my ward and
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
and try and 1v3 you or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, it would be crazy and like
going high ground. Is it good
or something? Yeah, maybe. I mean, what is it? 700 units of the ward? Yeah, I mean that's actually kind of big versus a bunch of melee heroes, I guess.
Yeah. You could place it like even in tower range. I don't think you mind too much, and just drain it because you're gonna be draining out against this Naga Pango. Oh, VP getting a bit breathing room, pushing out that bottom lane with 4 heroes. Having up a little bit of farm that otherwise they wouldn't have had, but a catch on the mid lane noticed. He goes down the staircase and a dire ward in lane spotted him. He doesn't have but it's Roche time.
During our pause, we saw the 11 D wards at that point already for TORONTOTOKYO, I believe. So been on point. with clearing this all out. No gem or anything either. He's just been spamming them down.
Radiant's top tower
11.
has fallen. Dire's bottom
30 minutes
tower
in.
has fallen.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, to be fair, VIRTUS.PRO also had around 11, I think, combined with Mirana and
Dire's bottom tower
Undying.
is
They were
under
only a
attack.
couple behind overall, but
Radiant's
TORONTOTOKYO,
top
like,
tower is
this
under
is just how
attack.
he's playing the role.
That's his
Like,
job.
he has his force staff. Yeah, he is just slapping sentries down all over the place here.
Purpose. Remove your vision. It's like if he trades vision, he's fine. It's the rocket flare. He can see things coming. VP just going to allow BetBoom to have this second row. So another Aegis and an Aghanim Shard. This time it's Pure to take it, and I kind of like that. As I was mentioning before, they don't have the best hero to like just walk up high ground and hit tier 3. Now Pure can feel pretty comfortable doing that.
Yeah, before it was kind of risky versus the Roar. Just in case, you know,
Dire's
you get
bottom
caught out
tower
after
is
like
under
one
attack.
initial stun or something, you get roared up, but now you don't have to worry about anything.
Dire are
Actually, they have no way of dealing with this, right? He's just going to be strength morphing. There's no silence.
Yeah, they have to catch him with like Song Arrow to kill him once. And then the second time is going to be very challenging.
I don't even know if they can kill him with Song Arrow. Like, actually. Like, how do they, if there's any allies, how do they kill him? Because he is guaranteed strength morph now.
I'm getting a second wind.
Like, what do you...
With life drain,
like,
with hook shot.
Yeah, like they just, between, if there's any allies nearby, I feel like there's no way he dies.
So it's a game of ignore the Morphling, kill the Storm Spirit then, I guess. Just aim for GPK.
The more I see this, like, why didn't you buy Shard earlier? Like, this is...
They're going for him top. And they catch him with a roll into the Roar. GPK, he's tanky, but not surviving through that.
That was pretty slick. Now he has Basher, so that could be even easier. They barely got that connection, by the way. Out of like into the Roar, that was really good. It was a bit close though.
It's a kill they absolutely needed to stay in this game. If GPK survives there, lives, then you've got push coming in mid and bottom. Brood shoving, Morphling shoving, Radiant base in danger. But 30 more seconds of freedom for VP. Means they can actually chip away at tier 2 top lane, maybe grab the outpost. Yeah, outlook on life looking a little brighter for VIRTUS.PRO.
Radiant's bottom tower
As always, they're the ones being pressured much harder. BetBoom forcing rotations back.
Dire's
Tier
top
3 drop
tower
to 500 health. That's even without the storm. What's Pure buying?
Dire's top tower is
Daedalus
under attack.
or MKB? Oh, it's just Daedalus.
Big.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Doesn't even have life steal yet.
Dire's top tower is under
I was
attack.
gonna say there must be a DD because I just saw Storm throw a bottle on Pure, and indeed
yeah.
there's a DD up top here. So, 2 minutes left. A 9-second BKB, a fresh scythe, no buyback here on GPK. They are going for it all, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the final maneuver.
Dire's top
And
tower
if BB
is
have any
under
chance,
attack.
this is the fight they need to win. How do you win it? Some preemptive vision would be great. Oh, they're not in position though. Spiders are starting to run through and scout.
Yeah, I mean, Naga's the only one really important with buyback on VP's side. I kind of want to make the argument that she needs to run in, die, buy back, and force the fight around that just to give them a numbers advantage. But then, hey, Naga losing out on so much gold means you're not scaling. Almost win the team fight now to maybe lose the game, but the ball in there, Hex on FNG. They've blown up the Undying, and the Song comes a second too late. Aiming for Storm now, trying to catch him with a snare on the roll.
Oh, the arrow
fling! The Morphling is going wild on them. He's already taken down 2, and now Pure is aiming for the Naga Siren. Driving past tier 3 towers, hook shot from long range. TORONTOTOKYO helps secure them another kill. They will lose Nightfall. In the midst of all these Naga illusions, and Pure looking a little worse for wear as well. They've broken the tower, and now they can open up on the barracks.
Oh, they were so close to getting GPK with no buyback. It was so close when he got saved, pulled out of there, and saved, just healed him back up. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway with how Pure could just dive in and annihilate the Naga Siren, to be fair.
DD Daedalus Morphling really hurts. Swashbuckle doing quite a good amount of damage onto Save and GPK, but your barracks have now fallen. The get back is called by Save. Still has Aegis for 45 seconds. They're trying to body block him and get on top of Pure's Morphling. Standing there and hitting them.
What the heck are you doing?
He's fighting. He's killing off Pure one time. But they've already spent the arrow. If they had the arrow now, maybe they could go for another one. But BetBoom, they will evacuate. TORONTOTOKYO even hookshotting into a creep camp.
Yeah, you're on your own, bud.
Now
Off he goes.
it's a party.
Well, this is going to give them enough breathing room to get the buyback on GPK as well. So they're going to have to deal with 2 Storm Spirits zipping in with sights as well. TORONTOTOKYO manages to steal a tome that no one was looking at. Nice move. So that'll get him a couple levels. Level 15, you know. Not quite as bad as the supports on the side of VIRTUS.PRO, though, as unfortunately Nagasiren tends to do this to your team, and especially in losing games where you never see a creep wave again, you know?
Yeah, and then the level disparity, right? Naga's level 17. We've got level 21 Morphling, level 19 Storm. And she starts to drag her feet a bit.
This is why you want to play like your Treant Protectors and your Hoodwinks with your Nagasiren. You just run along next to the illusions and then the side lanes and just get some XP. No one else is going to take it. I might as well, you know?
Yeah, soak it up.
Rock it on.
Has a scythe now. So another way to maybe catch out GPK. Storm now buying a BKB. I'll get some utility out of Lincoln's or something. Trent.
Yes.
Trent.
Yep.
Yeah,
Is there a
click,
rapier?
yeah, click on the Morphling. You were joking about it earlier.
Yeah, he was supposed to rush it, though. I mean, come on. You know, I've actually seen more Revenant approaches in like 2 days than I've seen in my entire casting career.
I
think 3-3 bought one yesterday. We were joking about one, but I don't think he ended up getting one. But I
There
saw
was a
3-3
puck,
bought one
right?
on Lycan.
Puck was like buying one and then changed his mind like 5 times.
Yeah.
Did you say 3-3 bought one on Lycan?
Yeah. I think so, at least. I'll say it was on Lycan. It made sense. It was
Okay.
E-Blade.
Okay,
He was trying to kill a DP. I think it was Zai's DP with E-Blade. He was trying to cut through or something.
Okay.
I think it was 3-3. I know it sounds stupid. I'm pretty sure he bought Nullifier and Revenant's Brooch. It was pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just don't see much of that item. It's probably going to be one of those things where Pure has looked up the stats. Like, no one has ever won a game with Morphling having Revenant's Brooch. I'm going to be the first.
Well, he changed his mind. He decided to buy this one that's like kind of good called Lincoln's.
Oh.
You know?
Does GPK change as well? I feel like Lincoln's is way more valuable than BKB for him. Like, what does BKB
Yeah, I
save
actually
you
thought
against?
he would go Lincoln's too.
You're against Raw, Scythe.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So what are you worried about? Like you can BKB Song Arrow?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I guess the song. The song is kind of interesting because it's sort of like right now it is a reliable save in a lot of ways for them. But if he is BKB, he completely removes that from them. So he can just like target everyone anyway.
Yeah, and I guess against Song, the more BKBs you have, the more valuable they become. Like if one person has BKB against Song, you know, we've seen over the past 10 years, people just focus the BKB target. But now you have one on Morphling, Storm, and Pugna. So they've got 3 heroes who can actually fight during Song if they get their BKBs off in time. Look at these. BKB Naga, Scythe of Ice, Broodmother, huge items coming out around 40 minutes into this game. And 2 minutes left for Roshan to spawn. Map getting a little small for VP again. Top and mid, both fully controlled by BetBoom. Very fortunate they do have this Naga who's cleared out that bottom wave all the way towards Dire Tier 3. I do worry for the buildings in the Radiant base. It seems like we're having some FPS problems. A little bit of lag hitting the players. Should be able to get back into things pretty quickly. Why is saves on the tag skillet?
Dire's bottom tower
You know,
is under attack.
he's cooking.
Oh right, yeah.
Let him cook. You know. Yeah.
None of these non-stick Tefal frying pan nonsense. We've got a cast iron skillet over here. Doubles up as a melee weapon. Cast iron pan's like the funniest things to me. Like non-stick was just this, I don't know, pervasive notion that it's better than everything else. In the past 5 years, everyone's using cast iron again. Oh, look at the snare and hex. GPK forced out away. So they kill FNG. They bail out, and the Rolling Thunder is expended already by Squad Eggs. Life drain on Morphling means he's safe and sound. So VP lose one, defend their high ground for now. But I believe BetBoom are just going to go for another push up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nightfall just face tanking everything. Still has his Eon disc to be assembled. Scythe of Ice off cooldown.
Dire structures are fortified.
They spot someone coming. They can snap into action very quickly. Really cutting mid-wave. Making sure to keep that pressure on. And GPK, this beat Kimmy up. They get noticed. Can't survive. And the song doesn't keep anybody alive. Arrow and... oh no, they miss out the song arrow combo on the Morphling. So now your tier 3's going to be given up.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top
Everything was like building up to this one fight, and I mean, this is what we assumed it would look like. I feel like that would just roll over, but the reason they had a chance was winning this fight. Maybe they could put something together, but it's not looking good, even with all these buybacks.
Yeah, Pure speaking, he's going to wear out soon, but he waveforms through the Rolling Thunder. Got it off very quickly before Squad X could land it.
I think this is the play.
They have to. They need to go and get something done here, but Nightfall isn't coming. GPK balls on forward. Mango. Let's get caught by the Scythe and Raw. Arrow there and Storm connected on with the full force of VP. Pure trying to get into the mix of things to blow up FNG. Morphling looking like he's too much down here. They're trying to bash him, control up Pure, but the Morphling just stands his ground, and Squad X, got stuck there and had the swashbuckle to low ground. TORONTOTOKYO backing onto Kiritych, turns into a little piggy, and Pure focusing down the Naga Siren. Full staff, not going to save him. Ooh, gets out another mirror image, but blasted down in the end. sayuw will get a bit of collateral damage there and kill off Nightfall, but BetBoom, they've won this team fight, and they can come back up to high ground to finish off the lane if they want to.
Man, it was expensive, but if he didn't get stuck
On the Pango, I can't help but feel like there was a chance there. You know, like he basically had to just throw away an entire ulti because of that.
Yeah. Like if he bounces back, they get on Pure again.
Yeah, and then because Roche was up, so like he's done all the stuff on buyback, but then there wasn't Aegis. And they hadn't gotten the megas. There was a universe where that could have been something with VIRTUS.PRO. But unfortunately, it'll be more pain here. Come on, give it to TORONTOTOKYO.
Radiant's
Oh, he already has Ags. What am I talking about? Give it to Pierre.
Give it to Pure. Yeah, guess what? You've got shield crash every 3 seconds.
Oh, he already bought his too. Who are we going to give this to?
Wait, we just have an axe ready to go.
Oh, I guess we have a Storm Spirit. That's pretty free. Not much decision to be made here.
Hey, we vortex time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. If he kept that roll going, was able to keep shield crashing, swashbuckling, getting bashes, and getting that lucky shot, chance to turn around there and defend Kiritych.
Dude, look at these items on the ground here. This would have been the greatest time to come steal some items.
Pure, you okay, buddy? Oh, he's struggling.
He's trying to pick up some mangoes. Now there's an Ograx. What? Oh, he's trying to get his courier to make the eggs. Because it's the courier's messing it all up.
He had to buy the point boost. They didn't have that yet. Had to sell his treads, buy point boost, and now re-deliver everything. Ag's blessing. Who's he gonna turn into? Just Naga every time?
There's anyone, honestly. There's anyone but Beastmaster, and I'm sure you can make it work. Leaps and arrows are always really nice. Pangolier is obviously crazy with his current build.
Swashbuckling
Beast is the only one that's a little like eh.
Jump in, catch an FNG. GPK with a 3-man vortex, waveform forward. Pure blows up the Undying, needs to BKB up. Already pops the Eon disc out of Squad X. And now VP trapped in their base.
Radiant's middle
No
tower
Rolling
is under
Thunder.
attack.
They've got Song into Arrow. But very shortly you'll be up against Mega Creeps.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks.
TORONTOTOKYO, he's eyeing up a hook shot play. He sees noticed, 4 staffs away, Song comes. They're aiming for the Brood Mother.
Radiant's middle.
Arrow's going on to TORONTOTOKYO. They're going to Clockwork instead. But now you're against Megas. Naga even BKB'd up for this. Morphling comes on the Morphling. Decent damage coming his way. But GPK, the 4-man vortex. In comes Pure again. Roared up, but what can you do as VP? You do not have what it takes to fight against BetBoom inside your own base. sayuw, life training up with his BKB running. Perfectly fine. Pure with another bit of help from GPK. These big AoE vortex are just catching out VP. And GG is forced down. 44 minutes it took them to defeat VIRTUS.PRO, but it felt like the game was over 5 or 6 minutes in.
Dire victory.
It was a very commanding lead.